Who attends these workshops? What are they after?
Some people come because they've been told they've got to come. They've had an appraisal and been told you've got no impact. And what's interesting about that is that they're very rarely given specific information, so they're to go and get impact, but they come with lots of questions. Well, what is it about me that I haven't got impact? What is, in a meeting situation, you know, why don't I have impact? They're not aware that maybe they talk very quietly or they sit slumped or whatever. The other group of people have come because they want to be more effective or they want to handle social situations. Networking seems to be more and more important in business. How do you turn small talk into big business? So a lot of them come thinking, I might just get some hints and tips on how to communicate better, how to deal with a social situation or a networking situation.
So is it just about first impressions?
Is it just about first impressions? It's about a positive first impression, but it's also about lasting impressions, so that when I leave a room, I've left a footprint. I have left a little bit of charisma in that room, so that nobody says, was Bridget at the meeting? I can't remember her. People arrive looking a bit scared. I think some of them thinking, I could be at my work, I don't have to be here. Because they think they're going to be criticised. They think they're going to be knocked down. So part of the course is really getting them to be very, very clear on their issues. And also giving them a lot of feedback about their first impression. How did they walk into the training room? How did they walk into Maynard Lee's building? Because that information is invaluable, because that's what the client gets. So what is the first hit? A bit like a tennis coach. You know, a tennis coach watches a really good player, but the serve is not quite working. And he has this ability to really quickly see what needs doing here to improve the serve. And often the person playing tennis will get worse before they get better. And we see that with impact, you know, that people try something a little bit different and it doesn't quite work. And so then we work, after they've received all the feedback, we work with them on how can they change it, how can they practice, how can they improve it, whether it's a louder voice or different body language. What's really exciting at the end of the course is each person speaks up about what inspires them, where they get inspiration from. And what's magical about that is we see each person with the charisma effect. And there seems to be a really strong connection between being inspired and feeling inspired and being seen as charismatic. And that connection is something they see on video, and they can then take that back into the workplace and really have that almost as an emotion memory of when I was charismatic, when I had an impact. And that is a real feel-good factor for people.